So one of the benefits of working for the federal government is I get a lot of opportunities for time off, surprisingly enough. So I decided to take a couple weeks off and finish up some projects, get some work done around the house, go to a couple of estate sales and look at stuff to fix up and flip, this and that. And so we just finished up 3 new projects, which are actually very exciting. This one here is a 1999 Honda Superhawk VTR 1000. I've been hanging on to it for a while. You could see it in some past videos, just sort of lounging around, kind of being a pain in the ass. I bought it running, then it stopped running, and now it's running again, and I had to put all kinds of shit onto it after it was crashed. The previous owner popped a tire while doing a burnout or something like that and crashed it. Now, as you can see, it's still not 100% complete, but it's as good as I'm gonna get it. Because I just sort of put it back together mechanically, and I'll let a future owner put it back cosmetically if they want. But this is all I had to do to it. First, it needed a new rear set on the left side. It needed a new radiator on the left side. Handlebars were out of whack. I had to true them. What else did it need? New rear tire. I put that on with my new tire machine. The front brake calipers would not fucking fit. For the life of me, I couldn't figure out why these brake calipers are like bottoming out when I try and bolt them on, and then the front wheel won't turn, right? And I was scratching my head, couldn't figure it out, and finally I looked up pictures online of what this thing's supposed to look like, and damn if the front wheel wasn't just like a tiny little bit different than this front wheel. So I went and took some measurements, went on the parts fiche, and figured out that the front wheel was different. So I guess what happened was, it was crashed. The owner just took some wheel that he could find somewhere, threw it on there. The brake calipers wouldn't meet up or anything, but it was enough to push it around, and then he sold it to me. So I'm all grumpy and everything. Oh, I did put that stupid little headlight on it just so that I could sell it. Anyway, I'm all grumpy, man. Now I gotta buy a new wheel. I gotta buy all new brake rotors and this and that, blah blah blah. And I finally do that, and then the tire came, and the tire was bad and wouldn't hold air, and so I had to take the one tire off of the old wheel and put on this wheel, and I'm all pissed off about it. I'm like, why did I buy this thing in the first place? It's not gonna give me that much money, and here I am sinking money into it. And then I just decided, well, for shits and giggles, let's see what that old wheel was, and let's see what it's worth. This is the old wheel. Turns out it's from a 2004 to 2007 Honda CBR 1000 RR. And between this and the 2 stock brake rotors, on eBay, they're worth more than I paid for the bike and all the shit that I had to replace on it. So I'm a happy camper right now. Once these sell on eBay, I've made all my money back, and then I can sell the bike. XJ650 coming up next. Just pulled this thing in. It's going to need a good amount of work because I've been a neglectful bike owner. We'll get her going. Next project. This is a 115 horsepower V4 Evinrude 2-stroke outboard motor. Story behind it is this guy bought a big crabbing boat, and he decided he wanted a 4-stroke, so he didn't even try to turn it on or see if it ran or anything. He was just like, oh, looks ugly, probably doesn't run, let's sell it on Craigslist for cheap. I picked it up for $100. I've worked on little outboard motors before, and I've worked on 4-stroke inboard, like the Mer Cruisers, but never worked on a big one of these guys. So it was a little intimidating at first, but after a good carb clean, she fired right up. Runs great. Impeller's good, pumps good water and everything. Just a crazy good motor. So yeah, that one's going back to Craigslist, see what I can get for it. But I'm very optimistic that I'll make a couple bucks on it. So let's hook a battery up to it and see what it'll say this chilly morning. So that's cool. Hopefully it makes some fisherman pretty happy on his boat. Let's see what it sells for. These carburetors belong to the third project, 1981 Yamaha XJ650. You guys know me, I cannot resist an XJ. Story goes, oh, last winter I put competition intake and exhaust on it to make it faster, and then it just sat for a while and I haven't started it in several months, which screams to me pod filters, and then the jetting was all fucked up and I didn't deal with it. So that's how I got it. Yes, pod filters. Competition exhaust was just chopping off the 4-to-1 exhaust right after the headers. Yeah, that's what I have to deal with. I went online, found some friendly Yamaha folks. They first say, oh, it can't be done, and and rejetting, and try to get your stock parts and everything. And I say, yeah, well, if it has to be done, what's my secret formula? And they say 41 slow jets, 120 main jets, slide shims. Thank you, Jets R Us. Shameless plug. I love this company. These jets cost about $3 to $6 from Jets R Us. So I spent about $35 on this. Came to me in like 3 days. Great guy. I've been using them for like 10 years. Anyway, so we're going to clean these carburetors today. Put the new jets in. Put the new slide shims in. Put it in the bike. See if it will run. See if it's the right formula. So here we go. Alrighty, new jets are in, and the shims are in on the slides. I only put one in. I have an option of putting 2 more per. Hopefully one will do it. Let's go throw it in the bike and see if it's running any better. Idle's still a little unsteady, but we're almost there. Maybe it would do a little better if I put this stock exhaust on that I had lying around. Always a fun time, motorcycle flipping. You guys take care.